Hello everyone, good morning. Today I'm going to give a session for the demo IBM WebSphere Application Server. Myself, and I'm having 8 years of experience in the middleware admin, and the same I'm having 8 years of experience in WebSphere Application Server administration. In the demo session, we will learn about what is the middleware administration and what is the IBM WebSphere administration, what is the IBM administration architecture in the WebSphere, and IBM WebSphere admin components, what are the components are available and what are the deployments. In that, what is the first of all middleware? Before going to introduction of WebSphere, I'm going to give what is the middleware. WebSphere is included in the middleware technology. IBM WebSphere is middleware technology. So not only IBM WebSphere included in under the middleware technology. So we are having multiple technologies under the middleware. WebLogic and WebSphere and JBoss, IAS. So these all the middleware technologies. Why we are calling middleware technologies? So, and before middleware technologies, we have to discuss about web server or server. So server. So every technology, either WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, IAS. So these running, we need one server. So what is the server? So which is providing response, which is providing the response to the client. So which is providing response to the client, that is the server. So whatever we are browsing, we are requesting, we are browsing one domain URL, means we are browsing one website URL that is going somewhere and we are receiving the response, means that is hosted somewhere else. Suppose we are browsing the google.com website, that is one URL and that is going somewhere where that is hosted. So, and we are receiving the response from the server, that is the server, which is providing the response to the client, that is the server. That may be JBoss, that may be WebLogic, that may be WebSphere, and that may be IAS. All the servers. Our system, our personal laptop also system. Whenever the system will be providing the response to the client, that will become server. Server means serving the information to the client. Serving information to the client, that will become server. Like that, we are having multiple servers, which is hosted. If it is WebSphere hosted, then that will be WebSphere server. So if WebLogic hosted, then WebLogic server. When IA is hosted, then IA is server. Then JBoss, then JBoss server. So different platforms are there. Different platforms are there in the middleware for hosting on the server. So we are choosing the server for providing the response to the client. So that is the server. So server means which is providing response to the client, that is the server. And why it is coming to middleware technology? So why we are including these middleware technologies means we are having three environments. One is development, and the middleware, and database. So as of now, I will mentioning here server. So here development and server and database. We are having three environments here. So developments, in the development phase, so the coding will be developed. That may be .NET, that may be Java, that may be other technologies. So in the development phase, the coding will be developed. The coding will be developed and it will be hosting into the server. Why? Because the development code should be having the response, that is having some web pages, that is having the website. So whatever technology is developing to the platform, that will be for like WebLogic, WebSphere, or IAS, whatever it is. So that is the platform, to host on the server. So that will become a belongs to the server. WebSphere server and WebLogic server, IAS server, JBoss server. So server, and the server needs to be communicate with database. Why? Because the information is stored and data is stored in the database. Why? Because of all the database, all the content regarding to the website, that will be in the database. And how it is acting here, the server, how it is acting, the server is middleware. This is the server is in the middle of development and the database. So here database is there, we can call it as database server, and this is development and development server. And in the middle we are having server. I am mentioning now here middleware server, middleware technology. So server is here, middleware technology. So it is in between database and development. So this is middleware technology is interacting with the database and providing response to the client, So whenever the coding is, the development coding is hosting on the server, and then the server will be interacting with the database and middleware technology. This server is getting information from the database and responding to the client, and where it is in the middle of development and database. So we are calling it as middleware technology. That we are having WebSphere, WebLogic, and JBoss IAS. So these mainly important middleware technologies in the organization. So we are having these four middleware technologies majorly using, and even TIBCO also there. So mainly, if we will call middleware technology, it will come WebSphere first, WebLogic, JBoss, IAS, TIBCO. So why these are included means this is the security providing platforms to the applications. WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, IAS, TIBCO, and whatever the content is having development code, that will be hosting into the particular platform. That platforms WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, IAS. And coming to the why we have to choose WebSphere, why we cannot choose, why we are not going to choose WebLogic, why we are not going to choose JBoss, IAS means, so we are having multiple regions to choose the technology, to choose the platform, to hosting the applications. And we are having technologies outside development technologies, Java, .NET. So these are main technologies in the market using, and these are the middleware technologies. Every middleware technology should use the development technology. That may be Java, that may be .NET. So I'm coming to first Java. So whoever developing the content, that should be hosting on the server, that should be hosting on the middleware technology. So if we are not hosting, then that development code is not usable, that is waste, that is useless. So the coding part should be hosting on the particular platform. So that may be WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, IAS. And coming to Java.NET, so whatever the coding is developing by the Java, that can be hosted on WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, IAS. As of now, I'm removing this. Whatever the Java developing code, that should be hosting into the platforms, these WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss. We don't have any other option to host the platforms. So Java applications, Java coding, we have to host on these platforms. And coming to .NET, .NET applications should have host in the IAS, no other options. So .NET applications we have to host in the IAS, and all the Java applications. If you will notice, for Java applications hosting, we are having multiple platforms. For IAS, we are having .NET coding hosting platform. So here, why? Because of multiple companies. So multiple companies came to develop the platforms. So I'm coming to platforms. WebSphere is provided by the IBM. So WebSphere is the IBM product. WebSphere is IBM product. And WebLogic. WebLogic is Oracle product. And JBoss is Red Hat product. So why not using other technologies? Why we have to use WebSphere? WebSphere is more security for the applications. WebSphere is more security for the application. That's why the customers or client are choosing the WebSphere and Java applications hosting on WebSphere. So clients are requesting to the organization, so which is more secure for their applications. So maybe bank projects on any security projects on, so that should be that are going, customers are showing interest to hosting on the WebSphere platform. So so customers choosing WebSphere. So accordingly, our organization should be provide security, and we have to provide the support to the client. And if you will come to WebLogic, WebLogic is the flexibility to the applications, flexibility. And JBoss is providing, it is the open source, and as per the customer request, as per the customer interest, they can choose. Why? Because this is the customer decision. So customer whatever require the platform to choose hosting their applications, accordingly they can choose, and organization can provide the support to them. So now we can understand, we understood what is the server and what, why we are calling the middleware. So this is the introduction about WebSphere. So why we are giving importance to the WebSphere, and why it's included. WebSphere is in the middleware technology, and so we will learn in the sessions, the coming sessions, under the outline installation, how to install manager, so WebSphere manager, and how the WebSphere will be deployment will be, and architecture, and so how you will be deployment will be on the VAS, and what are the servers we can choose it, and how the configuration application server and building environments, and so you will learn in-depth concepts, in-depth explanation on the advanced topics like clustering, performance tuning. So how the applications will be hosting on the clustering WebSphere, and so you will see on the troubleshooting, all the troubleshooting ways, how to troubleshoot the WebSphere issues if you will face, and where we can see the issues, if issues will be triggered. So from basic to high level, I mean expertise, basic to expertise, you will learn all the things from the WebSphere, which is going to uh, in the upcoming sessions. So you will learn all the add-on topics uh, in multi-nodes cell profile created to reach a real-time environment as closely as possible. So you will see all the real-time environment, all the WebSphere managing as an administrator. So whatever we are managing the applications in WebSphere, so we are the administrator. So once you will complete this uh, training, then you will become administrator in the WebSphere. So I will surely tell you. So you will become a expertise in IBM WebSphere Application Server Administration. So here, so you can manage this GUI based and also command line based. So graphical user interface. So you can see with your eyes all the configurations, all the components with your eyes in the user interface. Means we have to go and configure, right click and settings we can do in the user interface. Whatever we are able to see, that will be user interface. And the command line mode, so whatever the configuration you want to see, that you have to enter the commands. So in both way you will learn WebSphere. So we can manage the application server in the WebSphere. So that will be with the command lines and also user interface. So here the WebSphere mainly focus on important concepts, so which are helping to they're helping to or switching the company, or if you want to get the knowledge, if you are the uh, beginner. So these concepts will be helpful: SSL and core system heap, clustering, replication groups, IHS. These are the main concepts main concepts to understand the WebSphere, and so these are mainly using in the organizations. So you will learn you will learn in the WebSphere here in the training. You will learn the knowledge and as well as the real-time experience to work whatever we are working, whatever you will be working in the organization in the coming days. So once you will get the job, you will whatever you are going to work, the same thing you will learn here for managing in the future. Once you will get the job, that will be easy to manage in your organization. So once you will get the job, so before entering into the your job, you are you are doing you are learning whatever those things in the WebSphere. As a WebSphere administrator, you will learn all the things here. So I will explain. So to real-time projects, so that will be currently which are running and which are managing as a WebSphere administrator in the IBM. The complete name is IBM WebSphere Application Server Administrator. So whatever managing as an administrator, as a WebSphere administrator, so I will show you two real-time projects. You will get the real experience. You will feel like you are working in the organization. So you will get the how architecture in the real-time scenario. So that you will see in the trainings. And lab setup, so how the configuration for your system. So you should be having high speed internet, that may be desktop or laptop. The system requirements, so you should be having Microsoft Windows servers, that may be 2008 and 2012, 2016, 2019, and Linux machines, and Windows on the Windows PowerShell and command line prompt we have to use. Why? Because we have to manage with commands also, that will be on PowerShell and command line. And whoever using Mac means, so in the Mac terminal we have to, but Mac is not required for this managing the WebSphere. So Linux servers. So why? Because here we are using Linux and Windows servers. So in the Linux we have to use shell. So for command line commands, which are using the commands for managing WebSphere, so we have to use on Linux servers shell, and 4 GB RAM is enough, and 500 GB hard disk, and memory 16 GB, That will be enough uh, for the system configuration to learn it. And mock interviews we will be scheduling for the candidates. We will observe the candidates, how much knowledge he got, and so we will schedule the mock interviews. We will uh, test the candidates. What is the situation of, what is the status, what is the current status of the candidate. So we will understand the candidate. We are observing every candidate. We will give the priority to the uh, equal to the all the candidates. So we will observe the candidate status, how much he got knowledge, how much he has to get to equal to others, and how much he needs to get for getting the job or switching the company. So 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 you will learn in the trainings the complete from zero to hero. You will become zero to hero. So once you will complete the training in the WebSphere. And certifications we are having, IBM is providing. Why? Because the certificates, if you want get the certification doing, so you can get it. You can write on the online, you can schedule the certification, and you can get the uh, IBM WebSphere Application Server Network Deployment certification is there, so you can get it from. But from the Mindmajix, once you will complete the training, so then you will get the certificate from the Mindmajix as a IBM WebSphere Application Server Administrator. And so whatever you will be having queries, you can ask in the training session. So you should be happy. You should be happy. You should be become as a VAS administrator. So you should be having confidence once you complete the training. You will get like you will get the confidence, 100% confidence. So to get, and I like you will feel like I will get the job with this knowledge. You have to get that confidence. That is our motto. Uh, Thank you for attending the demo. So please share your feedback and contact us for queries related to course scope or schedule, references, cost and payment options. You can communicate with email info@mindmagix.com. And for India users, you can communicate with 9246333245, and USA 917-456-8403. Thank you, everyone.